Today we're going to be talking about the latest Walking Dead spin-off disaster. This time, Tales of the Walking Dead. Now, I don't want to be too hard on this because I was, initially looking forward to it. I want to say for the most part, I still am. However, after this episode, my expectations for it has dropped. I liked the Comic-Con trailer that they had let out. I thought that looked good. Apart from that, a lot of the marketing and different things from the show has most of it, even it's just like most of it is just like 1 minute stuff, clips and shorts on YouTube, and they've kind of pulled me away. So that had me worried. Like, if just a minute is doing that, then what's a whole episode gonna do? And unfortunately, for the most part, yeah. Just to summarize, and then we're gonna kind of go through clips of the episode, in specifics. But just to summarize, I expected this to go back to that serious, grounded, gritty form for the start that we got at the start of the Walking Dead original show. And, this kind of delves off disappointingly into more of the kind of comedic, lighthearted, slapstick type shit that we see maybe in like Fear the Walking Dead, maybe not quite that bad just yet. But yeah, so once my brain kind of switched from having that expectation of, good, solid, original Walking Dead, like season 1 quality stuff, to switch to, okay, this is where mediocre, that was whenever I kind of started to enjoy it. Right, so, and the start of the episode was just not good at all. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the specifics of what I'm talking about here. I'll go ahead and give my rating. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, because it was a pretty big disappointment compared to what I was expecting. But once my brain leveled back down to, like I said, it was like, okay, a little bit better. So let's do our best here. Let's see. Get him started. Oh, some of the music, honestly, the music that they play over some of this stuff, they played music in the original Walking Dead, back whenever it was really good, occasionally over scenes, but sometimes I think they just need to let scenes, breathe without having that score over it, I think that would do a lot better. And the country music, some of the country music in here I couldn't stand. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so this was one of the first things I really took issue with. One of my big problems with the episode. These walkers, they just appear out of nowhere, and that's a problem. Yeah, more and more with The Walking Dead, especially. They just pop up. They just teleport. So yeah, just trash. And that happens several times throughout the episode. The walkers they're just suddenly surrounded, just terrible. And let's see. Yeah, nothing interesting with the sets, just same old crap we've seen in the woods, or abandoned cars and stuff like that. Once it gets out into the world, just some street litter, generic stuff. Nothing interesting there. Let's see. I kind of cringe. This is getting nitpicky, but again, I kind of cringe at the lines.
You're ringing a dinner bell for the toe tags.
For the toe tags, yeah, she's calling them toe tags. I know that the original Walking Dead established like calling them walkers, and so after that, everybody kind of, it's a gimmick to have them all call them different things. But at a certain point, it's like, just call them something that just doesn't sound so silly, something that people would actually say, like the toe tags. These were people, like, come on, you're calling them toe tags now, like, whatever. Just nitpicky. I saw this line in a trailer too, or in a commercial for it, a clip.
The world went down.
What does she say here?
Alright.
The chromosomes line, we get that woke shit in here.
I'm hoping to dispel some of your bad vibes.
I
find that negative energy has a tendency to
woke is overdone.
Joe.
People saying it and stuff. This is woke, but it is overdone. Like, me saying it, I'm only having to say it because they continue to do it. I can't find it, but I don't want to hear that shit again anyway. What, you think I can't ride the bike because I'm a girl? Okay. Let's see. Oh, and this is a huge problem throughout the episode. Oh my god, the amount of times that Terry Crews is tied up and was restrained by her. I don't care if he's got handcuffs on in the front. She gives him handcuffs at a certain point to go take a piss, doesn't she? Just fucking ridiculous. If you're putting handcuffs on this dude, as big as he is, 24/7 for days at a time, there's going to be some point where he's going to be able to get the drop on you, you know, for sure. It's just ridiculous to see him, like, I don't know, all restrained and stuff while they sleep, like, so stupid. I know why they did it, though, because they want to show, like, okay, she progressively starts to trust him, but there's other ways that they could do that, less ridiculous ways than putting somebody as big as Terry Crews restrained and in handcuffs. They do drop a lot of curse words in here in this episode, which I like. Why can't they do that in the original Walking Dead? They're dropping a lot of fucks in here. Sorry, maybe too quiet for you to hear, but sometimes the videos and stuff will get blocked with footage, so I don't want to show too much. But
none of your business.
Yeah, he calls her like a nosy bitch at one point. I laughed out loud. That was funny. But you know, all those things considering, I do want to say I do like Olivia Munn, even though they go a little bit, you know, woke with her character. I'm sorry, it's what it is. Get a little woke with her always having to come to Terry Crews' rescue and that kind of thing. I do like her dynamic with him, though. You know, with her being, I do think she's an interesting character to kind of be a live-off-land hippie type character. We do have people like that in real life, of course, and they probably would be some of the ones to survive the apocalypse, yeah. And so yeah, all those things considering, I really do like a lot of the back and forth between them. You know, it's really funny at times, and I do feel that bond whenever they start to connect, because they're both really strong actors. Well, Terry Crews is acting sometimes, but still, it's fucking Terry Crews. You know, I can't help but love the guy. And yeah, Olivia Munn did great too. Oh, there was something so fucking stupid here. I couldn't even fucking believe it. I know they got to do like unique ways to. Is it here? Unique ways to dispatch of the zombies. Yeah, is that really like 2 nighttime camping scenes that we had? Like, I'm scrubbing through and seeing that now. But I get that they gotta have unique ways to dispatch of the zombies. But at one point, this bitch does a cartwheel to save Terry Crews. It's so fucking ridiculous. I can't even begin to believe it. I know Jesus in the original show does like martial art kicks and things like that, but you know, that was from the source material, so I cut it a break. But this is just it's so unnecessary. Yeah, I do like how he's kind of having to struggle to pull the hammer out, though, and some of the effects. Though I wonder if, like, the spin-off shows, if they're going to be able to get Greg Nicotero to work on those, if he has anything to do with it, because he can't be on all the shows. Yeah, the country singing in here. I mean, I don't like country music in the montages, but and with the what do you call it? The maps like overlaid on it is just terrible in some parts. The montages. Now, I did really like this scene here, though, I will say. Whenever it's revealed that she
a gluten-free
didn't have any
donut
ammo
place
in the gun.
opened up on the corner. A, it's in line. B,
And Terry Crews is like
This
going
is the
for
most
it.
time I've spent with anyone in years.
He's going for it to shoot this guy, and she's like saying, you know, no, don't do it, because she's the hippie chick who doesn't like that kind of violence. And then he discovers there's no bullets in it after all. I figured they might catch up to this guy at some point, but whatever. So yeah, I really like that reveal, and the way they set that up, and for them both to be such different kind of types but still get along in the end, form that bond. Let's see, yeah, just I have in my notes, I'm looking at my notes, I have so many times where there's like just convenient walkers in the episode, but anytime, like, do you remember back in the Walking Dead season 2, let's say, you know, there would be like a shot or something on the farm, and you'd feel that tension of waiting for the walkers to show up, you know, just the way they filmed it. And now it's just like, okay, whenever we need a scene with walker conflict, suddenly they're there. Like, he shows up to the compound, and then, yeah, nothing. And then suddenly, he's surrounded just because it's needed for tension in the scene.
Oh, come on.
Like, why? You know, what made them show up there? Like, give me something, you know. Maybe at the start, if we had more scenes, like maybe of the dog barking outside and, you know, film that way slower, And that's another problem with these episodes too. I'll tell you. I found this problem with American Horror Stories because they're doing an anthology type thing like this. Some stories, you know, it's super tough to do. I think to structure a whole story to fit and be started and be done in 45 minutes. You know, that's like movies do more than that. You know, so it is tough. And so unless you're really competent, you know, more often than not, I think it's gonna bomb. Okay, so she's cutting. She's just like creepy and stuff for some reason. I mean, I guess she kind of lost her mind in the bunker or something. I don't fucking know. I don't think they really went that deep with why this chick is crazy. But his neck cuts. Isn't there's a big ass artery right here, right? I don't know. Maybe I guess it didn't go that deep, but yeah, he's like bleeding out in one scene, and then in the next, it's like all dried up, like it was nothing. It's just like, what the fuck. Yeah. And then, yeah, of course, she comes to Terry Crews's rescue because he's incompetent, you know, male. I did like the shit with the weed in this episode. This is, again, just kind of this is like a personal preference type thing because I do edibles myself. So it was nice to see her use the edibles against him because they will fuck you up. Like, I don't know if like they would have hit Terry. They definitely wouldn't have hit Terry Crews that fast. No fucking way. She probably gave him a really high one, but still, they will fuck you up like that. And then for her to have the other chick to have the tolerance to it, the hippie chick, I did like that. Again, just because I have experience with edibles, it probably wouldn't mean fuck all to somebody else. And yeah, I guess he was able to get this fucking dead in her chest because has a good football throwing arm. That's just the kind of the way I rationalize this in my head. But yeah, there was some funny interactions between them. I love the shit where Terry Crews gets high and he's like spazzing out like he sees the goat peeing. That was funny right here, right?
Can we get out of here?
Please.
And then there was something else too. Yeah, he has a giggle.
Oh, did you eat her
A lot of charisma between them two. Oh, and then right here, it's just fun. It's funny, man. It's not like, you know, should I let this bitch die? Bitch won't quit. And then what else was there that I liked? I thought was funny. Oh, whenever she's talking about like Terry Crews' football career or something, and she like says something wrong, and he like turns and looks like, "Bitch, are you serious?" That shit was here. That shit was funny.
You know it's shady. I think I remember. He came all this way for me.
Again, I don't know if I can find
Did we chat? No.
the exact clip.
You know my friend Joe.
So yeah, I like the bond between the two of them, but I guess it doesn't matter because we'll never see them again anyway.
You know, he's a grump.
And again, it's surrounded by all this other bad shit. Yeah, right here, look. It's ridiculous. It's funny. It's enjoyable. Like I said, if you can't do the serious stuff well, which you clearly can't, because you know Walker's just appearing out of nowhere. Yeah, Terry Crews tied up like a little bitch, cartwheels and dumb shit like that. If you can't do the serious stuff like that, then at least have fun with it, you know, which they kind of did at a certain point. But still, it's a damn shame that they can't have fun with it, but also be good in the other senses. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then you get this like shot, the dog peeing, look, haha, and I don't know what, you know, but yeah, again, I did like the bond between the two of them and the actors. Yeah. Oh, and that one fight that they got into, like I felt that interaction
Maybe
as well.
You really do believe he knew you better
They're cussing
than
at
you
each other
yourself.
and shit, like yeah, getting
And if
pissed.
that's true, and he painted you, then maybe he was right about you.
Yeah,
You're too naive.
he's popping off.
You want to know my opinion?
I'm on Team Steve.
Damn, yeah, that was brutal. And also the clown chick, you know, even though her character was just kind of generic, she did give a good performance, I think,
Hey.
as well.
No, I want you. I don't believe you.
Yeah, that scream there. Yeah. So, alright. You know, 6.5, 7. definitely not what I was hoping for or expecting, but still enjoyed some of it. But again, without Olivia Munn, Terry Crews, actors and things like that, I worry about the rest of the episode. I've seen the preview for the next one. It's supposed to come out soon. I'll definitely review it whenever it does. But I'm definitely worried about that one because just the trailers from that one just look bad too. So, probably worse than this one. So, oh goodness, I'm worried about it. But all right, let me know what you thought about it if you've seen it. I don't really think anybody hardly watches this or gives a shit about it, but I went on too long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.